Hey boys and girls, Brucey here, and I'm going to do a video today on the Virtuoso mindset. And that is not me comparing myself to Virtuoso, far from it, and that may be part of the point. The guitar to me is a constant journey, and by the way, there's going to be a lot of talking in this video, so if you don't like talking, go away now, press the dislike, because I know what you guys do, you talking, I don't like talking. So if you're going to dislike it now, and we'll get on with those guys who really want to further themselves and progress with the guitar. As I was saying, the journey for me on the guitar is endless. It's never going to learn. Every day I find something new that I love about the guitar and something new that I can't do, and I am such a long way from where I want to be on the guitar. You know, I play in bands regularly, weekly. I record, write my own music, do a lot on the guitar. It's my main focus in life. But at the same time, there is so much for me to learn. And one thing I discovered when I was very fortunate enough to do the Steve Vai course at Berkeley and get some great advice from Steve, and it's, he's without doubt a virtuoso for so many reasons, and I feel part of how he did it and those others who are virtuosos, it's to do with the mindset rather than to do with constantly practicing, because you can constantly practice for hours and hours every day and you will improve. But I think if you're not in the virtuoso mindset, that you might be slightly limited in how you develop and how you improve. And what I've discovered is that what virtuosos do better than all of us is they tend to break things down into very small pieces. So if they were looking at a lick, they would just take two notes and really work on those two notes until those two notes are perfect. And you might think, well, yeah, but I want to play the rest of the lick, whatever the lick might be. But that is the point. Breaking down things into smaller chunks until they're perfect, until they're beautiful, till they sound amazing. It's focusing in on the minutiae which sets virtuosos apart. I feel that it's taking time perhaps to record yourself. These are modern ways of doing it. Record yourself, listen in to every note. Is every note perfect? How can you make every single note you play perfection? And by perfection, that means something where you are happy, and to a certain extent you're never going to be happy, but you'll just look at the spaces in between a note, look at the finesse of your fingers is another thing as well. Is it graceful? Is it beautiful? Are you wasting energy when you're picking across strings? If you video yourself, and I've got another video on this, look at your fingers. How are your fingers moving? Are they moving like they're still kind of all over the place? Or is there an elegance? Is there a smoothness to them? A virtuoso mindset will put you where you would look not just to making the notes right, but make sure that it's graceful, to make sure you're not wasting any extraneous energy on things you don't need to do. So the top tip to get in the virtuoso mindset is take whatever it is you're practicing, take whatever it is you're learning, and break it down into a really small element. Even if it's the first note, if you're practicing a slide, practice the slide, practice sliding into that note, and then observe yourself doing it. Does it look graceful? Are you doing it perfectly every time? Are you hitting the spot every time? Or is there something you can take and break down into a smaller aspect? And the other thing I feel is when you're doing this, or at least which is part of this mindset that I want you to get into, is a virtuoso mindset will be, you're not just playing the notes, you're thinking about the underlying harmony, you're thinking about multiple things at one time. You're thinking about the notes, what chords is that going over, what am I playing underneath that? Maybe it's and what notes am I playing? I'm playing A, B and C. Can you think of all these things when you're playing a fast run? Can you think of the notes? Can you name the notes in your head as you're playing them at that speed? Again, a mark of a virtuoso, because when you know the names of the notes, you know their relation to the scale. Another thing as well, perhaps, is just knowing the name of the notes is fine, but also maybe their scale degrees as well. Is it the 1? Is it a 2? Is it a flat 3? What is it relation to the chord that you're playing or the key that you're playing in? All these things, if you can bring all this into your moment, time will slow down as well. This is a weird thing. You can really immerse yourself in the moment and in the moment of playing and understand everything. Understand where you are. Understand the notes that you're playing. Understand the divisions that you're playing. You're thinking 16th notes, and then being able to think in your head A, B, C. Sorry, I can't even do it. A, B, C, B. Can you think that fast in your head? Can you then bring in the harmony? What are you playing that over? What relationship does the B have to the A minor? Well, it's either the 2nd or the 9. All these things will help you on a journey to having a virtuoso mindset. Of course, that doesn't exempt you from the hundreds, tens of thousands of hours of practice you need to put in. But practice right, practice small, practice slow, and these things will come to you faster than you will expect if you're just thrashing away and doing things wrong. Look for elegance, look for gracefulness, look for understanding, and look for precision and intensity, and you'll become a virtuoso. Hope you found that useful. Catch you later. Hi there, boys and girls, Brucey here. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. If you're a guitar player, please do check out my guitar creativity book. You can see a link here. It's packed full, jammed full of different types of lessons which are going to get you thinking outside the box, thinking differently about the guitar, thinking about your approach to the guitar. Very much in line with some of the lessons I've got on my channel, so please do check out the book. And if you don't want to check out the book, then click subscribe and get more free content from me. Catch you later.